Hello everyone, Sandra here. I'm at my second book signing and I just wanted to talk quickly about what it's like being a dyslexic person and the kind of resources you can use to support somebody that's struggling to read. So I'm Sandra, I'm a community person and I'm an author, and I work with young people and adults that struggle to read. Usually they are undiagnosed, however I do work with many that are diagnosed with dyslexia. And the beginning resources are for them to learn the words, of course, learn the letters and learn the words. And you can use flashcards, such as these ones. It's one that I use with a lot of the adults and the young people that I work with. Very useful. You've just got the letter, and then you've got pictures to help you remember the letter. Yeah, so they're quite useful to use. Then I found that the best thing to do in order to encourage them to read more things and to remember the words is to go over the first 20 high frequency words, and then you can progress. And I usually end up with giving them the first 100 high frequency words, and it comes on something like that. You can get it on the website, A1 Tribe, and these are the first 100 high frequency words that anyone would have to learn in order to be able to read at a reasonable level. Then we use word cards, and there are a number of different ones that we've got. There are these that we use, and then what they can do is just string all these together and make words. Very useful. There are these ones, and we also use these ones. So they put words together, they can even put together sentences. This pack has over, I think, 100 words that people can use to string sentences together. And then obviously writing is a very good skill, especially if you're a poor reader. If your writing is reasonably clear, you can be supported far easier than if you have very poor handwriting. So we do lots of handwriting tasks, and it's simple stuff like just first repeating the letters, and as you go through the page you should get neater and neater, and then we move on to actual words. So we're doing numbers on that page, but there's all different ones. And then we start writing, you learn things like the days of the week, the month, the colours, family word names. And then you'll go on to, lastly, talking about yourself and using the words that you've just learned, going through the My New Words book. And I think we have that on the website as well, but you can just check. If you can't see anything on the website that I've mentioned, just email us at help@a1tribe.com. That's help@a1tribe.com, and we'll either send it out to you or point you in the right direction on where to get it. Then once we do that, we have a little spelling book, something small. You can buy it in any shop. They're about 50p, something like that, something with lines down it, and then we'll literally put down letter A, and then any words that they're struggling with, and they begin with A, they'll write them in here as they're reading through new books. B, you'll write them in here if you're struggling with them. Once you've learned them, then you cross them off. Then there's loads of games that we use. Word games, even simple board games are quite useful because it teaches them a number of things. It teaches them pattern, moving in different directions, counting numbers for the dice. Usually a lot of them are worded games, so they're learning words as they do that, and then you learn all the social skills in relation to doing playing games. Then when they're sort of secondary school age, this is a really useful resource for children as they go from class to class. They can use it in any of their lessons. This is also on the website. Like I said, if you don't see anything, email help@A1Tribe and we'll get it to you. But it's got punctuation on it, connectivity on it, ambition, and sentence openings, which is very useful for all their subjects. And this is what we use for secondary school. And then basic, back to basic English book. This one, it starts with the basics again. Alphabet, using a dictionary is quite important. Lots of children don't know how to use a dictionary, funny enough. And I work in secondary school, and lots of secondary school children do not know how to use a dictionary. So this is quite a good book because it goes through how you should find words in a dictionary. It does the grammar. It does little activities, how to build sentences, symbols that we have in our English language. There's a thesaurus in there, comprehension, how to make notes is quite an important one because you're sometimes sitting and talking to children on a topic and they might drift away, and it's quite useful if they are making notes as you're talking. So the skill of how to make notes, you make notes that are relevant and you can use after, is quite a good skill to have. Then your spelling and punctuation, main verbs and auxiliary verbs, tense and verbs, and prefixes and suffixes, comprehension, joining words, so on. Very useful book that we use for secondary school children, and it's a back to English book. It says the age here, but we use it for some of the younger children as well, because it helps to challenge them. And then obviously there's your number flashcards as well that you can use for children with dyscalculia, or just to support a child with dyslexia that has poor math skills. Those are some of the resources that we use at A1Tribe. I hope that's useful for you. Like I said, you can contact us at www.a1tribe.com. That's www.a1tribe.com. My name is Sandra. I'm an author, community person working for A1Tribe. Thank you for watching and listening. Take care. Goodbye.